These are my two wheat berry containers. We got the hard red and then the hard white down there. So I've got both sets of breads. This is gonna make 4 loaves. So I was asked to make 1 loaf of honey wheat and 1 loaf of raisin bread. So the honey wheat, I'm using hard red, and then the raisin, I'm using both the hard red and the hard white together so that it gives a little bit more fluff to it. So it's a little bit, because my mixer only does well doing 2 loaves at a time. If someone asks for 2 different types of breads, then that means I gotta make more bread. So this is the process. This is my meal. My Excalibur flour mill, old school. I like it. I like it a lot. I just vacuumed it out. And then I just gotta wipe it down, put it up. But yeah, we in process. We are in process. I went to Walmart, got me 2 additional pans, and that's my not hot but very warm water, and then all the other stuff that I used. All right, I'll be back. All right, now we're about to make some dough. So I already got my water warm, actually very warm. Easy peasy. We'll get our salt. We're gonna get our oil. And we're gonna get our honey. Now, a good thing is to do the oil first so that the honey will just kind of slide out of whatever container you have. Because if you don't do it, without any oil, you may lose a lot of product. See that? Look at that. Easy peasy. All right, now we got our flour. This is the one we're gonna do to make the raisin bread. So the hard red, the hard white. So we're gonna add some yeast. I'm just using basic active dry yeast. You can use bread machine yeast, but yeah, I'm gonna do the yeast, and that'll be fine. All right, now we're gonna add the rest of the ingredients. Of course, raisins. And you can do cinnamon if you want, you can do coriander, you can do whatever else, other thing you want to make it come to whatever type of taste you want. I'm gonna put my stuff in. I'm gonna use coriander, and that'll be good for me. All right. And the raisins. Now, all we gotta do is add it to the water, And we're good to go. So hold on, let me put it in there. Before I add it to the water, I'm gonna mix my ingredients around. It's gonna mix anyway, but just to kind of get a little more consistency. Into the coriander and the yeast. That's the only reason I'm doing it. Okay. Now let's add it to the mix. Get all your product. And then set it into the mixer. Nice thing about this one, it locks in place. Dropping stuff. Add the dough hook. We ready. Let's zoom in. And we're gonna run that for about 12 minutes, and that'll be good. All right, stay tuned for when it's actually mixed in. All right, 12 minutes have passed. Look at there. Nice and pretty. Give me a spatula. So, in getting this dough separated off the hook, that's not a big deal. Normally I would leave all of the dough in this mixing bowl, but because I got two different types of bread that I'm making, I still need the mixing bowl. So I'm gonna transfer it over to a different bowl and get started on the next batch of dough, the honey wheat dough. So now this is the honey wheat. The dough has risen. I've taken it out, and now I'm just doing a manual knead. I'm not a fan of playing in the dough with my hands. So this spatula works wonders for me. So I'm about to get me a, one of the ladies at church, she makes it, she kneads her dough by hand. And so I do want to know what that feels like, get a understanding. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm just manually rolling it together. I'm using my mixer, then after it rises, then I'm using my spatula to bring it together before I cut it, and then separate it into the two additional bread pans. And see, it's getting to that consistency that I like. So, all right, now I'm going to prep it to be cut in two, and then put into the two bread pans. And we'll be good to go. All right, I got it where I want. I'm gonna try to keep it as centered as possible, so we have almost the exact same size loaf. When it's all said and done. All right, they're separate now. Just gonna knead them apart. Prep them for my bread pans. Parchment paper. Makes a wonderful non-stick in the non-stick pan. Trust me. The non-stick pan is not as non-stick as you would think it is. So parchment paper for the win. Get the excess out the way. Now, time to let them rise. Well, look at here, look at here. Raisin bread, honey wheat bread. Deliciousness. Deliciousness. Now we just gotta let them cool down. All right. Peace. Subscribe if you like it. Hit that like button. Definitely hit that like button. Get some engagement. Reginald with the East to West Gardens. Y'all be blessed.